Hello, everyone. Just let me know if you can hear me. I think you can see me. This is new to me, this webinar system I'm using. So I see Annette, I see you there. Let me see who else I can see. Annette, just text me or type me and let me know if you can hear me. So welcome, Dr. Benson, Donna, Annette, Joan, Rowena, Becky. Welcome, welcome everyone to the webinar. And just let me know if you can actually see me. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Just 1 second here. All right, so excuse me for taking a moment, but this is a brand new system and the first time that I've done this webinar with this system. So I really appreciate you all being on. I think most of you are with the same company. So I welcome all of you. There's a few new people here as well. And so my name is Cheryl Dobash, and what I'm going to do today is share with you 7 tips on how to really use Facebook to recruit for your business, for any business. Now, this webinar today is just a series of webinars that I'll be doing over the next few weeks. I'll be doing a series of 4 on this particular topic that will really, really help you to build your business using Facebook. And so just to tell you a little bit about myself, I have been in the direct sales network marketing industry for over the past 25 years. I'm a business coach, a law of attraction coach. I help people in all types of business to take their business to the next level. And I also have co-authored in a book with Stephen Covey and Ken Blanchard. I love helping people and reaching out and meeting new people all over the world. We're building a huge team with this company that my primary business, which most of you are familiar with. And so I'm going to just go right into it and start talking with you about Facebook. So, you know, you've all heard a lot of different things about Facebook and whether or not it's a place to recruit people. Some of you have tried different things and you felt that it didn't really work and what have you. Now today I'm not going to be showing you the screen, so I'm just going to be sharing this information with you. And also, just so you know, this is recorded and it will automatically go right out to my YouTube, to my YouTube channel. Just about lost my computer there. All right, so you know, when you think about Facebook, I'm going to show you some exact ways over the next few webinars that you can honestly recruit hundreds and hundreds of people with your social media and with Facebook. And myself, I have recruited over 100 people just with Facebook. When I started using the system quite a few months ago, within 24 hours, I had 33 people with the techniques that I'm going to share with you. I had 33 people that put their hand up and said, yeah, I want to know more. What is it? What have you got? What are you doing? And so I'll be sharing those techniques with you. Today I won't be giving you scripts, but I will be giving you those throughout this course, because this is like a free course for you. So you can share this with your partners, with your team members, your friends, whoever you want to. You can share it with them. And for this first video, you can just send them out to the YouTube channel and they'll be able to get this recording. So let me just start with number 1 in Facebook, the number 1 thing that you have to do. You see, people do, like, there's a wrong way and there's a right way. And a lot of people do things the wrong way. And I'm sorry to say that, but it's just the truth. And then they wonder why they're not getting leads or why it isn't working. So through this webinar, you're going to hear what's wrong and what's right and what will work. And if you do it over and over, consistency, it definitely will work. And so number 1, is, first of all, your profile. So your profile, your timeline on Facebook. Now, you don't even have to have a fan page, and that's for a topic much, much later down the road in these videos. But your timeline is what I'm referring to, where you can have 5,000 people, where it's a place to meet and greet. And so the first thing that you want to make sure that is set up correctly and that is giving the right information is your profile on your timeline. And you'll see that at the left of your Facebook page. If you were to be looking at your Facebook, you'll see it to the left of there. And just let me bring my Facebook. Actually, just hold on 1 second. I'm going to get something that will help you here. I'm going to bring in a tool, my iPad. So I'm going to show you on my Facebook here just what I'm talking about. So your timeline, your profile. So this is your profile here, and I'm going to show you with my iPad instead of bringing up the screen. So because I really just want to talk with you today, as is what I really want to do. And so that's just a post that I just posted this morning. But your timeline is, or I'm sorry, your profile is all about what it is that you do. So you want your profile to be, to really, because people are going to look at your profile before they're going to do anything with you. They're going to go and look at your profile to see, oh, what has this person done? What's their background? And so you want to have that all filled out, like whether you're married, you're single, where you live, like what city, not your address, of course. I believe that your phone number is very important because after all, we're in business and you have a business, so you need to have your phone number. So I have no problem putting a phone number there myself. My phone number is all over the place. And so then you want to have a little intro there. So you want to have all of that filled out. And so I'm going to go to a couple of other pages here so you can get an idea of what I'm referring to. Might not be able to see it on my iPad here. Okay. So let me see. Now this is my web guy, and he is in Canada. And I'm going to see if I can get his profile. So, all right. So we're still on number 1 here. So when you click on About, that's where the profile information is. And so you'll see here, it tells you all about the different things that you want to fill out there. So, and it tells you, whether you're an entrepreneur, what kind of profession you're in, what your background is, what your education is. So I see that a lot of people haven't done anything around that. You really need to fill that out. And you want to have a great picture. And also part of number 1 is your banner across the top. You want to have something that is really uplifting, and you'll see people that put a banner of their product. That is completely wrong. It's completely a no-no. You do not want to ever do that, because this is not a sales page. This is like your public profile. This is about you and what you do in your life and how you interact with people, because people are looking for people that are very positive and uplifting before they're going to want to do anything with you. So that is number 1. So you want to, then it's about what you're going to post, and that goes into number 2. And so you want to post always good, uplifting stuff. Always very, very positive. Now, some of you have heard me say all this stuff before, but I still see you posting things that really are wrong. And I'm just going to be very honest with you. I still see that. People, even though you've taken some of this training in the past, you're still doing some of those things. And sometimes it's hard to shift. It's a little shift that you need to do. And so your post, you want to always project that you are a professional. And so if you're projecting that you're a professional, you're not going to hang any dirty laundry. You're not going to do anything that is negative at all. All right. And so, so that is number 2. So then what your post is, you see the whole purpose of these great posts and this content, because that's what you're sharing with people. The whole purpose of that is so that people will interact, because you want people to engage. You want to build relationships. You want to ask questions. I have a list over here. I'm going to look at it. You want to overcome objections, and then you want to transition them naturally into what it is that you're doing. So it's a process of doing that. So let me just repeat that. You want to engage with them. You want to build relationships, so building rapport. You want to overcome objections. You want to ask the right questions. So you want to ask a question that causes them to engage with you. And then you want to naturally, not in a weird way at all, you want to naturally get them to join your venture, whatever it is that you're doing. That's the whole outcome or the whole purpose of all of this. And so, so that is number 2. And also in number 2, you want to give people something in your comments, really something that causes them to say, oh yeah. Now some of you have heard me talk about value statements and things before. I'm not talking about value statements right now. That's a different thing. And on these this series of webinars that I'm going to be doing over the next few weeks, days, you're going to learn a different way, so that it's going to be without that value statement. It's going to be scripts and ideas and methods and strategies for you to use Facebook every day to get tons of leads for your business. So that is number 2. And then you want to reach out and like and comment. You want to go to other people's Facebook, and you want to see what it is that they're doing, and you want to like what they're doing, and you want to comment on what they're doing, because that's going to get them to follow you as well. And then we go on to number 4. You want to go to other pages. So let's say that you were with a weight loss company, and you're looking for leads for your weight loss company. You're looking for partners and for customers for your weight loss product. And so instead of posting pictures about your weight loss company and links and all those things, that's a completely no-no. I know some people get a few products sold. I know a little bit of things happens, but it's not going to build a massive business. And so I'm giving you this information so that you can build a massive business if that's what you want. So what you want to do in number 4 is you want to go to other groups. So if you go up into the little white bar up above your screen on your Facebook, you can put in like weight loss groups, and there'll be a whole bunch of groups that come up. And so those people, you're not having to convince them that they need to lose weight or ask them, haven't you ever thought of losing weight? You're not needing to do that. You know that they're wanting to lose weight, and many of them are there looking for a way to lose weight, looking for a product, a system, what have you, or what they already have isn't working. And so that's a place that you can go and interact, build relationships, develop rapport, and find out what it is they're doing. Because it's all about finding out whether or not what you've got is a fit for that person. Because not everything is a fit for everyone, but it's finding out what it is that they're looking for. And so in Facebook groups is a great place. I know the other day I talked about on one of my calls, and some of you probably heard that, I talked about different pools, pockets of people around on social media as well as out in your community. But you first find them on social media. And I talked about wedding brides, women that are, wanting to get married in 2016. Well, every bride wants to lose at least 10 pounds. So if you are with a weight loss company and you are looking for people to use your product, well, that's another great group of people. And guess what? You can find them all right here on Facebook and social media. So it's a huge, huge target for you. And so, and then I'm going to give you a couple of other examples of where to go and find people in groups. And that is, you might go to Robert Kiyosaki, to Ray Higdon, and you just go to their Facebook page where you've liked it. And so you like their page, and then you scroll through and you see who's there. You also can go into, like I was saying, a Facebook group for, maybe it's a group that is like moms work from home. There's a lot of groups like that. And so then you can see who are the members there. They'll be like 4,000 or 5,000, sometimes 15, 20, sometimes 50,000 people in some of those groups. Sometimes there's 100,000 in those groups. And so you scrolled through the people and you see who it is that you think that you would like to resonate with, and you send them a friend request. Now, later I'm going to talk about what you would do in that friend request, but not right now. So that's finding people in groups on Facebook as well. And then let me see here. So number 5 is the value and the content that you're sharing with them. So I want to talk here about what you would do when you send a person a friend request and what you would say to them. So you send them off the friend request and then they accept it. So you don't, in this system that I'm telling you today, you don't need to send them anything in the PM message. Just send them the friend request. And when they respond to you, that's when you start having the conversation. So let's just say that you sent a friend request to this person and you found them in whichever group. It doesn't matter at all. And so when they respond to you, it's like you want to say something like, "Hi Cheryl, thank you so much for adding me to your friends list. I really appreciate it." Or I'm just thrilled to get to know you and learn more about what it is that you do. And oh, by the way, I see that you are in Florida. I'm in Las Vegas. And so see, that opens up the conversation. And I'm going to be teaching you a lot more on how to develop that rapport and get it to where you want that conversation to go. And I'm going to share some of that with you today. So that's number 5. And so that's sending them value and content. So then this value and content, I mean, you want to also be referring people back to your blog is one thing that you can do if you have a blog. And later in these trainings, I'm going to tell you the big importance of having a blog and what that could look like. Your blog post and your videos, and even if you're doing Periscope, if you're doing, all of those other social media venues. And so then let's go on to number 7, and then I'm going to come back and talk a little bit more about what you would say to a person, and I'm going to give you some examples from my own Facebook. And the only reason I'm not bringing it up on the screen is because I haven't learned that system yet. So by the next webinar, by the next webinar, you see, if I can do this, anyone could do this. So don't think that you can't do this, because you can, because I don't even know what I'm doing here with bringing things up. And it's working. So thank goodness I have this. So I'm going to share with you some things that this lady right here. All right, so I have all this list of messaging back and forth. Now, and I didn't give my value statement. Some of you know about my value statement, so that's why I say that. I think most of you here are all all in the same team. So that's good. So number 7, before I go on to that, is oh, wait a minute, I'm coming back to number 7. So let's talk a little bit more about what you would do when you go find the person. So you sent them a friend request. So here I have this lady that's actually in Canada. Now I found her, see, I belong to several different groups, and I have different affiliate programs that I use as well. And those affiliate programs, there's Facebook pages. And that's my MLSP. Some of you know what that is because I send out some information on it. It's great training stuff. So anyway, I found this woman in there, and I just sent her a friend request. And so what she did, and this was all this morning. So see, she knows the drill. Here's what she did. She commented back and she said, "Hi, Cheryl. What a great name. One I have never heard before." It's because of the spelling, you know. She probably thought it was pronounced like Sheriel. What is the meaning for it, she says, question mark. So see, she's an experienced online marketer, and you're looking for those people. She's an experienced network marketer. You're definitely looking for those people. So then I said, "Thank you so much. It was my sweet mom that spelled it that way, and then I spelled it like Cheryl, so she would know how it's pronounced." And so she comes back with, "Oh, I like that. My mother spelled my sister's name differently. Why did you decide to connect with me?" she says. "Why did you decide to connect with me?" Well, I said, first of all, I said, my mom said that it was the German spelling. And she's gone now. And she says back, "Yes, mine too." And then I answered her question. I said, "I love meeting new people in the industry." That's all I said. Remember, we're developing rapport. And it started out just excellent to develop rapport because she commented on my name. Now you can comment. You'll be doing this with someone as well. And so then she goes on I said this: "I love meeting new people and in the industry, and I see that you are in Canada. I'm from BC. Now I live in Vegas." It's all developing rapport and building a relationship. Simple stuff. It's really stuff you would say to a person that you met at the lineup at the movie theater. It's developing relationship. It's not rocket science at all. So then she says, "Great. Oh, by the way, I like your hair color as well," she says. So she's experienced. She knows what to be doing here. And she says, "Is it natural or do you color it?" And then she says, my gray hair is kind of blah gray." Well, I don't color my hair. So I said to her, "Oh," she said, "Oh, and what part of BC? I have a brother in Campbell River." Well, I said, "Oh, thank you. It's all natural." She says, "I like BC. It's just expensive." Now, see, what I'm going to be doing eventually is I'm going to be having this messaging. I'm taking a picture of it. I'll have it on the screen so you'll see it. And so, but not today. So today I'm doing it this way. So then she says, I said, "Oh, yes, BC, Vancouver area, and all my kids live there." And she says, "Oh, why did you choose Las Vegas?" And I said, "Well, because of the weather, and it's a great place to build the business." And then she says to me, "Are you in MLSP?" See, that's where I found her, is there. And I said, then I responded more on why I moved to Las Vegas. People from all over the world, and yes, I'm in MLSP, and I have a primary business as well. What about you? And she said, "Yes, I just started with MLSP and trust that it will help me in my primary business as well." And I said, "Yes, MLSP is great. What's your primary?" And then she tells me that she's an international Canadian designer fashion house. It's a network marketing company. I didn't know that. And so she goes on to tell me that she has another affiliate program that's something to do with mortgages. And you see, the whole thing with some of this stuff is that you learn so much about people. You learn things that you don't even know. I didn't know there was a Canadian designer fashion house. That's network marketing. And so what does that tell you? That network marketing is huge, which we already know it, and it's just the best place we could be. So then I said to her, well, you know, can we catch up later, because I'm about to do my webinar. This was just before getting on the webinar. And she said, yes. She said, can I hear your webinar? And I didn't answer her yet. So I didn't want to send it to her yet. So, because what you also want to do is you want to keep the conversation going. You want to kind of not keep them hanging, but she did ask me there, what is my primary business? I have not answered her yet. And so, but when I get off of this, I will be answering her. So now, are you getting the idea? I hope that this is helpful to you. I hope that you're getting value. And so message me if anyone's getting value there. Just share, because I love to know what's going. Well, I want it to work for you. And so I know that it can, because it works for me and it works for all kinds of other people. So let me go now to number 7. And before I do go to number 7, so can you see by now that this is really just simple? This is not, it's not even thinking out of the box. It's really just being real and developing a relationship, not selling. This is not selling at all. And this, what I'm telling you, will work for any business, honestly. So, number 7. So here's the big key. It's consistency. Now, some of you know, if you've watched my videos, or some of you are in my own team, and you hear me on my morning calls, and you know what I've just stepped way out and decided I was going to do to really help my whole team, and also to really get myself moving very quickly. So I said I'm going to talk to, thank you, Joan, for that comment. Thank you so much. I'm going to talk to 1,000 people over a period of 19 days. Well, so you got to be really consistent with doing that, and because that's 53 people a day. It was Friday yesterday. I didn't even leave the house. In fact, you know what? I have not left this house except for last Tuesday when I went to one of your homes to do a coffee party. That's the last time I left. So it's consistency. So number 7 is, and I don't know if you would be willing to do such a thing, but some people won't. But I am, and this is why this is so great. I love this. So over the next 90 days, you see, if you were to decide that you were going to take these ideas that I'm giving you about Facebook, and so, yes, Annette, you can hear me. Your comments are coming through. Thank you so much. Yes. So I have Annette and I have Joan commenting. I think that's about it. So any other comments, please share them with me. I'd love to know. And if you have any questions, type that in as well, and I will answer them if I can. So here's the big key to this, is that over the next 30 days, let's say, that you send out 30 friend requests a day. And so it'll take a little bit to get the momentum building. It'll be great for people that only have a few hundred friends on their Facebook, because you can have 5,000. So it'll be great for that. And so then you plan over 90 days, over the next 90 days, you commit to doing this Facebook every day, and you send out 30 a day, and you'll be responding to them, and you will be totally amazed at what happens in your business. And the other really great thing about it is, if you do have to leave your house, if you have a job, if you have a job, or you have to go out, you can be doing that from wherever you are on your phone. You can, or your iPad, if you get online wherever you are. I have this mini iPad, which I take with me sometimes too, but really, I like just working from home. That just works better for me. because I can do that. I have that pleasure of doing it. So for over the next 90 days, 30 friend requests out a day, well, you'd get your friend list way up there, and you would have business partners in your business. Now, I said earlier at the beginning, I have personally enrolled over 100 people just from Facebook. And Annette, that's how I met Annette. That's how I met you, Joan, is Facebook, and many, many, many others. And so Dr. Benson is on here, and I met Dr. Benson through Facebook also. And but I knew him before, but we reconnected there. Let me see who else is here. Carlos, I've met you through Facebook. Donna, I met her through Facebook. Becky through Facebook, and the list goes on and on and on. And so it works. It absolutely works. But you have to be consistent. And let me just go back to what I said a few minutes ago about the decision I made to talk to 53 people a day. Well, it's not easy, but is it easy? Like, if you've become a nurse or a doctor or a plumber or a whatever, it doesn't matter. Was it easy? Didn't you have to go to school? Didn't you have to be consistent? Didn't you have to do your homework? Didn't you have to study it? Of course you did. Well, you're building a business. And, I was on a call earlier, and some of you may have been on that same call, and I heard this big leader say that in the beginning, it took him 5 years to really get his business going. And, he talked about his wife crying because he wasn't making enough money. And he talked about having a baby, and they didn't have enough money for food and all kinds of things. Well, you see, you can find people right here on Facebook that are in those situations, that they are looking for something that you've got, and they are delighted when you reach out and you friend them and you start developing the relationship. It's awesome. And then let me tell you another story, and let me look at my notes here to see what else I have to share before I tell you this other story. So yes, on my next webinar, which I will be setting it up, and you'll get an email as to when the next webinar will occur, and it will probably be in the next 2 days. And so, but on that webinar, I'll give you even more scripts and ideas. And so I'm going to take this to 4 different levels. You're going to see exactly what I do, because this is what I'm going to do, is I'm going to let you see it in black and white color, exactly what I do that absolutely works. And so this story I wanted to tell you as well is, in fact, I'll go right to my Facebook and I'll find the guy, and I'll tell you, I'll just do it on my phone, it's just quicker. And I'll tell you what happened with that. And this man is from, I can't remember where he's from, but I reached out, I sent him a friend request, and he responded with, so what was his name? Let me see where, oh, here he is. His name was Ed. And so I sent him the friend request, and then he responded. And so I didn't send him any message, just the friend request. Now, I know some of you know that about my teaching Facebook, but because I'm also a business coach, sometimes I'm looking for coaching clients, and that really works for coaching clients, but I'm not looking for them now. I don't have time to take on any more coaching clients. So he responds back, and he says hi, and then he talks about this group where we were in. So he sends me this long text. Oh, he's in Atlanta, Georgia. That's actually where my dad is right now. So he sends this, and he too is from MLSP. See, a lot of people use MLSP. You'll have to look at it from my link and see what you think yourself. Anyway, I said, Ed, nice to meet you. I'll be right back, because I was, I had like probably 10 or 15 people I was talking to. And you kind of have to keep your mind straight and you got to keep focused. So like I said yesterday, I'm on the video that I did, you've got to get yourself set. You got to get ready, get lots of water, or a little, I've got coffee in my water. You got to do that. So then I said, I'll be right back. He said, yes, great to meet you too. And so then I tell him, yeah, I love MLSP and my primary. Tell me more about what you are doing. I just did a video. Check it out, I said to him. And so then he responds back with, oh, I just checked it out. Awesome. Great to connect with you here. My wife and I have multiple businesses, from travel to real estate and internet marketing. See, what's happening? There's a trend here. What's really happening is that people my age, like a lot of people that are close to retirement, I'm not telling you how old I am, but people that are close to retirement, they are looking for another way. And so they decide, well, maybe I should do something with this computer, because they hear that there's, well, someone's making 6 figures on YouTube videos and this person's doing that, and so on and so on. Well, so that's what happens. So that's what they are. So then he goes on to tell me, I have 5 kids and 1 grandson, keeps me real busy. We love it out in Vegas. We go there several times a year. And I said, cool. Well, when's the next time you're coming? We'll have to do happy hour. So he says, and then I go on to tell him a little bit more about me. He says, fantastic. We'll take you up on it. We'll have a blast at happy hour. You see how much fun this really is? It totally is. So then he goes on to tell, so then I told him, where I was from, that I'd spent 30 some years in Canada, and I have 9 grandchildren. Between me and Rudy, we have 9. And so then he goes on to talk about, yes, team efforts are great. And then he tells me how his wife is helping him in his business, and on and on. And so then he left it with, and this was late last night. This was like, what time? Oh no, this was 5 o'clock. So he left it with, he gave me their schedule of where they're going to be. So I haven't even talked about my primary business. It's not time. It's not the right time to do that. If I pounced in there with, oh, here, check my link out, or, oh, do you like this, or, oh, do you do that? If I did that, that would be selling. And this is not about selling. This is about relationships, because what's going to happen, he's going to like what I'm doing, and they're going to want to know. Now, he also told me in here that his wife just broke her ankle, and she had to have 6 surgeries. Do you think she has pain? I bet she has big time pain. So then he goes on to tell me that they're going to go to Phoenix in April, and they'll be here in May or June. So I go on to tell him that, well, we're going to Vancouver for the convention in April, but we'll be here in May and June. So we really look forward to seeing you. So stay in touch. I'll catch you more later. And because I had to go to get to other stuff. And so, Annette, what's the why not? Okay. You want to tell me what that question was? Why not? Maybe I missed something here. Oh, okay. All right. So this webinar has gone on to, let me see what time it is. It's 22:11. Now, here's another great thing about using this system that I've got. Oh, no, I can't tell you how old I am. No, because I'm not getting any older. I'm actually going to get younger now. It's going to start changing really quickly. All for the better. So what happens here with this webinar is, you see, webinar on air is connect to your YouTube and your Google+. So it goes right out. So it's recorded, and it will be right out on my YouTube channel. And so if you haven't gone and subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. It's Cheryl's Network Live. It's and if you need the link, I can send it to you, but actually it's in every email that you get from me. There's a link there, and it's under training, and so we've made it into a short link, so it's easy for you to have it there. And so I hope that this has been helpful, and you can share this with your friends, your business partners, whoever you want. You can send them to my YouTube channel. And well, I think that's all I have for you today. Let me see. I've been taking this other new course, honestly, and I'm going to be teaching you a lot of stuff that I'm doing in this course. And what this course is it's like it's actually called Twist Your List. So you know how I always talk about you need to be developing a database. And so yes, Carlos, I can send it to you in email. And Carlos, if you could, I'll just put my phone number here. If you could text me that email, so make sure I have the right one, Carlos. Or here's my email. For those of you that might not have it, CherylDobash@gmail.com. Okay, so then make sure I just have the right email, and Carlos, and I'll send that off to you. So now what was I saying? I lost my thought. So yeah, Twist Your List. So I'm always talking about creating your database and having an autoresponder. Those things are all really, really important when you're building an online business. And you know, I know that most of you have an online, like your company that you're with, because you're not all with the same primary company that I'm with, but you have a company that they tell you to do all this wrong stuff. I know that happens. A lot of companies will tell their partners to plaster Facebook with your link and your pictures and your product and all that stuff. That's totally, totally wrong. And they realize it sooner or later because it's just not getting them business partners or customers or anything like that. So, all right, let me just read these messages. Thank you, Becky. Thank you so much. All right, so I'm going to let everyone go. It's Saturday, and I'm sure you have lots to do. I appreciate you taking the time of your busy Saturday, maybe your day off, to share this time with me. And you will get an email if you had this email, or if someone shared it with you, you'll get an email of the next webinar, and it will be more training on this topic. So I will see you there. Have a fabulous Saturday and a great weekend. Talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.